How to use kettlebells correctly. I'm going to show you 5 main mistakes what many people are doing with kettlebells and they shouldn't, and I'm going to show you what to do instead. I'm Attila, Muay Thai boxing instructor, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and StrongFirst kettlebell instructor. If you like it, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. First most difficult mistake what many people are doing with the kettlebell is a squat during the kettlebell swing instead of back. So what does it mean? When you're doing the squat, the bell is between the ankle, for example. I'm going for a squat. So what does it mean squat? The squat, when my hips goes to my knee level or goes lower. I can't use my hips from here, get to leverage and use the hips against my weight holding on and get the kettlebell up approximately to the chest level. You start imaging a ski jumper, Winter Olympic game, ski jumper, hips hinge back. They starting from here, they be going down before the jump. This is the position and not the squat. Why? Because they want to generate the power forward and just from here, the jump and not from there. And the deadlift. Try to imagine, for example, you're running a lot, you're exhausted, you feel you have to throw up. One of the most difficult positions to rest, if you don't have any chance to sit down, is this. And again, it's not a squat. So why is it important for us now? Because if I do it from the squat, I'm not using my hips against my weight holding on. The bell not goes upward. Then it comes up here. I have to lift my arms. Well, it's not correct. But if I do it this, just from here, have a look. If I have this position already, I have a strong structure. Palms on the knees, back is straight. I hinge the hips back. If I put the bell between the ankles, I get the perfect deadlift position. And I put the bell more forward. I have the triangle set up. I drag the bell behind me. I have the swing. So again, I'm not using the squat. If I'm doing squat, I'm not using my hips against my weight holding on. And I have to lift with my arms, the kettlebell, and not with my hips. Not the hips generate the power. The swing is a horizontal movement, like from here, I want to jump forward. Without leaving the floor, this is the jump. This is the movement. And the next is a movement, is called for American swing, or shouldn't practice. And the reason is why, very easy to hurt the back, and every single sport and martial art generates the power forward, so it means I have to be strongest at the front. So in American swing, it looks like you grab the bell and you drag it behind you, and you finish the swing overhead. What does it mean? I have to release the glutes from this level and you can hurt the back, especially if you do it heavyweight. And with kettlebell swing, you love to think it's very heavy actually. But if you do it lighter as well, you can hurt the back if you lose the glutes muscles, you don't keep it tight, you don't have the stability. And other things make sense, I think. Every single sport, martial arts, combat sport, baseball, basketball, handball, whatever, you get the power forward. Even a simple jump. If I want to jump from here 2 mats forward, I hinge the hips back, I get the power forward, not upward. This kind of jump is a little bit different again. It's coming from the hips and I'm jumping upward, but the hips went to the different direction. Again. And now the main thing is, if I'm generating the force forward, for example in combat sport, I have to be the strongest here. I want to be the strongest here with the kettlebell as well. And I want to get tight. So I want to feel tense the core and glutes. I don't want to release the glutes. So what to do instead of American swing? Very simple, I grab. The Russian swing is definitely going to bring much more result than swing overhead. If you're targeting weight loss, gain strength, especially explosive power, this is explosive. So if you want to be explosive, pretend you are explosive and you're going to become one. So not overhead, but I don't feel the hips explosive as much. And actually I can hurt the back. So what to do instead? Russian kettlebell. The next is on my list, what you need to pay attention for is the kettlebell clean. Typical problem, many people when they're doing the clean, they grab the bell and they're gonna flip high like this, or even just from here or up here. The clean is not finishing there. I'm choosing a very light weight now to practice this and showing, because we're never practicing what is wrong. I want to make it happen to see what I'm talking about. So the main thing is the swing, single arm swing, and the clean is the same movement, just the destination is different. That's the swing, that's the clean. The difference is when I have the swing, my upper arm leaves the ribs arc and the swing happens straight away. But with the clean, my upper arm slides back on the ribs arc and my hand sneaks to the handle and is landing on the rack. Anyway, if I'm just doing from here, I can hurt my arm. Sometimes it happens, even the technique is good, but if you're choosing a very lightweight and we have a very strong hips movement to the swing, it just can't be happen. So what I'm doing, I have to concentrate the weight to the hips. So what does it mean? When I do, upper arm stays on the ribs arc, keep tight, and I settle down. Let's see from the side. So again, swing, I let the bell out, and clean. The bell is coming to me, and I concentrate the weight to my hips, and I just deliver the bell to the rack safely. So with the clean, we can see clearly it's a bit asymmetric movement with single arm. That's why it's been more detailed. With actually two kettlebells is even easier because the movement is very much symmetric. So both sides, I'm working the same way. While the single arm, again, I don't let the swing out, so the upper arm stays on the ribs arc and I pull it back behind. I have a little movement behind. And I settle down. Other side. I have to keep tight and the wrist straight. I don't bend the wrist. This has to be straight. Tight. Settle down. The next one is a bad habit, actually, what is better to not to do with the kettlebells, and it's gonna be the Turkish get up, and it's a very simple thing. So I do the get up, I grab the bell, get up happens, I'm coming downward, I put the bell down, and typical problem coming after, even many people who does the Turkish get up perfectly, they want to pass the kettlebell over the body. Well, it's just not correct and dangerous. Actually, we're not doing anything with the lightweight what we wouldn't do with the heavy. And the strong first, we're always thinking about heavy kettlebell. And please respect the lightweight the same way as the heavy, because even the light can make injuries, especially if you build up bad habits. So instead of this, I grab the bell, I pull around, I do the get up on the other side. I'm done. I pull around, I do the get up on the other side, or simple, I sit up, I turn around, and I changed my position. Here I have the get up. With the get up, the other thing what is need to pay attention for is the wrist position. Never bend the wrist, wrist is straight. And you have the get up again. You come down, you grab with the other hand. I don't put it down this way, so when it's down here, yeah, if you have shoulder injury or problem, it's gonna get worse. If you don't have, you're gonna have. So it's much safer. When you finish, grab, close your legs and roll to the side. So it was the next one for the get up. Simple, don't pass the kettlebell over your body. You keep moving, the kettlebell stays there. Last one. And the fifth one and the last one on my list actually is not a bad habit, it's a technique, it's a movement one. It's not everyone should practice, and it's actually not safe for many reasons. It's a Russian hot potatoes, and the reason is why is because when you're sitting here and I pass the bell over the body, it can mobilize the lumbar spine, and it can cause some injury as well. So especially someone has sitting work,
drivers or office workers and they have stiff back, definitely this movement is not for them. This can cause some injuries. But what to do instead? Kettlebell overhead. I grab the bell, I lift my legs, lift the bell, and I pull my knees with my hands. I don't put the bell and my hands down. Couple of inches, the bell and my gears are stopped. How many times? 10 times. 10 pullover, 10 swing. 9 pullover, 10 swing. 8 pullover, 10 swing. And it's a brilliant movement. Of course we can say that I just said the previous one, don't push the bell over the body. I didn't push the bell over the body now. This is gonna be a subconscious movement because you do it unconsciously. You don't think about it, you just do it. It's a bad habit. But now I'm choosing a movement what I want to do practicing, what I want to practice, and I'm choosing the right way to do it. Russian hot potato, again, even with lightweight, you can get some back problem. While with this movement, my back doesn't have any rotational movement. So for many reasons, I think this was more beneficial than Russian hot potatoes. And very simple, just for safety reasons, these are the movements what I can recommend today, how to do with kettlebells or not to do, or what to do instead of a couple of movements. Hope you like that. Please, if you did, don't forget leave some comment and check some other videos and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.